If you feel like your life isn't working right now, like no matter how much effort you put in, nothing is really clicking, I need you to hear this. You probably don't need a new life. You need a new angle. There's a moment where Jesus tells Peter, "Cast your net on the other side." And what's crazy is, he didn't tell him to go somewhere else. Same lake, same boat, same net, just a different side. So let's actually break this down into something you can use. Step 1. Stop assuming your environment is the problem. Most people, when things aren't working, immediately think, I need to move, I need a different job, I need a new opportunity. But the story shows something different. Peter wasn't in the wrong place. He was just approaching the right place the wrong way. So before you try to restart your entire life, ask yourself, am I actually in the wrong place? Or am I just operating from the wrong mindset inside this place? Because if you keep the same mindset, you'll recreate the same problems in a new environment. Step 2. Recognize when you're operating from force. Peter says, "We've been working all night and caught nothing." That's the energy of force. Grinding, overthinking, trying to control everything, feeling pressure to make something happen. Sound familiar? This is where a lot of people get stuck, especially when money, expectations, or relationships are involved. But here's the truth. Force doesn't create alignment. It usually pushes it further away. So check in with yourself. Am I doing this from trust or from pressure? Because those are two completely different sides of the boat. Step 3. Learn to listen to the quieter voice. Jesus represents something deeper than just a person in this moment. He represents that calm, grounded knowing, the voice that doesn't panic, the voice that isn't desperate. But here's the catch. That voice is quiet. And if your mind is loud with fear, stress, and what if this doesn't work, you won't hear it. So this is where your real work is. Create space. Whether that's sitting in silence, going for a walk, stepping away from your phone. You need moments where you're not reacting to life. You're actually listening within it. Because the other side is usually revealed in stillness. Step 4. Make a small shift, not a dramatic one. Notice this. Jesus didn't tell Peter to reinvent fishing. He didn't say, throw the net differently, buy new equipment, go across the lake. It was a small shift, just the other side. And this is where people overcomplicate everything. They think transformation has to be dramatic. But most breakthroughs come from subtle shifts like changing your energy before you start working, letting go of the need to control the outcome, showing up from confidence instead of fear, speaking to yourself differently. Same actions, different state of being. Step 5. Detach from the outcome and trust the process. Peter didn't fully understand why it would work. He just trusted enough to try. And that's the part most people struggle with. Because we want guarantees. We want to know, is this going to work before I commit to it? But alignment doesn't work like that. You shift first, then results follow, not the other way around. So instead of asking, what if this fails? Try asking, what if this shift is exactly what I needed? Step 6. Realize the opportunity might already be here. When Peter casts the net on the other side, it overflows, but the fish didn't magically appear. They were already in the lake. He just wasn't positioned right before. Let that hit you for a second. What you've been chasing might already exist in your life. The opportunity, the connection, the next level. You're just slightly out of alignment with it. Step 7. Anchor yourself in this truth. You are not stuck. You're not behind. You don't need to burn everything down and start over. You might just need to shift. Your perspective, your energy, your approach. Same lake, different side. And when you get that, you stop panicking about where you are and start mastering how you show up in it.
So if life feels off right now, don't rush to escape it. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what would it look like for me to cast my net on the other side? Because everything you've been looking for might already be there.